Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? Welcome to our weekly trade breakdown or review of the previous week's trades. In this video, I'm going to explain to you why I took these particular trades, the wins and the losses, and everything else. All right, so let's get started right now. All right, thank you for sticking around. Please make sure that you subscribe, like the video, and comment in the comment section if you find this whatever you want to ask in the comment section. Please feel free to do that. All right. So before we get started, I would like to congratulate ourselves for hitting a 40-hour last week. It was a beautiful week. It was a mentally challenging week, right? So that's part of the game and everything else. Because I'm going to explain everything and everything else. All right. So another thing I'd like to show you guys is this. I think I think mid last month. Yeah, mid last month, I joined the Blue FX guys, and I think within like 2 weeks, I managed to do myself a nice thing. Right, I managed to hit the five that actually exceeded the 5%, and I was able to withdraw this money. Right, so I'm going to get like 50% of this, which is pretty cool. The guys are really good. All right, so you should check them out. Okay, so this is how it is. So we started off with a nice trade on AUD NZD. We took about total of 17 trades, and out of the 17 trades, we took about uh 5 wins and one break-even trade, and then 11 losses. Right, 11 losses, 5 wins, and one break-even trade. I had an interesting comment from Facebook the other day when I posted these results. Some guy out there commented something like this: "Your strategy is terrible. Then how do you lose more trades than you win? That's gambling. But I guess that's your age. If it works, who am I to say now?" All right, so that's the thing. So people are still confused about the win rate. It's never about the win rate, guys. It's never been about the win rate. All right, if you're going to spend your whole life searching for a strategy that has got a 90% win rate, you're going to find it. All right, the guys that are showing you their 90% win rate, they're not showing you everything. They are not showing you everything. What is important is the risk to reward ratio. How much are you making when you lose, and how much are you making when you win? That's what is important, not how many times you win or not how many times you lose. We can have a 90% win rate with a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, or 1-to-5, 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio. We have 1 to at least 1-to-6. That's our lowest. We don't go beyond 1. I mean below 1-to-6. The trade that you're going to see as 1-to-5, this is the trade that actually decided to go against us, hence we exited that trade. All our setups have 1-to-6 and above. All right, so without waste much of your time, let's just get started right now. So we had a beautiful trade on AUD NZD. Let me just show you right now. This was a very good setup right here. We had a really nice setup. So if you look to the higher time frame, let's start from the higher time frame. So we saw a nice. So if you zoom out, you realize that the market is in an uptrend, which is very important. Make sure that the market is in a trend. You don't want to fight the trend. Don't fight the trend. Make sure that you're trading in the direction of the major trend. So this is the NZDUSD on the 4-hour time frame, and you can clearly see that the market is in an uptrend. Therefore, what I saw was the market dropping, and when it dropped right here, it gave me a drop-based rally. Therefore, I look forward for price to come back to this level, mitigate this area here, and then buy. Right? I mean, I'm looking for my order block at this level. Once I find an order block, I wait for my confirmation. Once that happens, then I actually enter. And then this is what actually happened. Fortunately, the market actually came to our level beautifully, dropped, and then went up to the upside, gave us a nice confirmation, and we saw the market rallying, giving us about 10 hour. This is the 10 hour you can see from this level. And this trade again, it was sent to our private community. This was the before. You can see that the market actually pushed beautifully after that move right there. So this is how it is. It was sent to a private community, and then it gave us a good 10 hour, right? This was it. So the most important thing is make sure that you're trading in the direction of the trend. Really important. Okay, the next trade after that was CADJPY. So CADJPY was our next trade. So if you look at this, so let's look at CADJPY. I hope I didn't delete the analysis. I really hope I didn't delete the analysis. I hope. Yeah. So what happened here? We had a nice setup, a really nice setup. Let me see if I can find CADJPY. Let me see if I can find CADJPY. Where you CADJPY? Yeah. Okay, this was the first. I think we had two. We had two trades. CADJPY, or the buy and the sell, I think. Yeah. Let me check. Yeah. The first one was the previous one was a buy. So we had a nice setup right here, nice QML and all that. Just like everything we look for, everything was there. And guess what happened? The market actually decided going to the upside right here after giving me a confirmation on the lower time frame. But however, what happened? I was taken out. This one was completely my fault. Why? Guess my stop loss was just too tight. My stop loss was too tight. My stop loss was tight, right? That's the reason why I was taken out. Otherwise, would have been a beautiful trade. This would have been a beautiful trade. Market ended up going about 6 hours in our direction after taking me out. Sad, right? I know. So that's part of the game. So lesson learned there. Make sure that I actually account for some. But again, if you look at this was going to be just a big stop loss. So I don't trade like that. So that such things are going to happen. You're going to be taken out. You're going to be stopped out. Market's going to actually take you out and go in your favor. However, it's all about long term. It's about consistency, and that's how it is. Accept the losses and move on. That's how it is. That's part of the game. So we took two trades. I think the other one was a buy, which failed, and the other one was a sell, which failed. This is the reason why you're able to see the 2R right here. We took two trades which were losses, and accounting. One was 30 pips. This is one here, 20 pips, and the other one was 10 pips. Great. So that was a loss. We move on. Then the next trade after that was NZD Swiss. NZD Swiss. So let's look at NZD Swiss. It was a loss. Always respect your risk management. Always respect your risk management. Alright. If you want to last long in this game, always respect risk management. Another one. Wow. Another loss taken because of the stop loss. I really need to make sure that I actually leave some space. You know how I like my sniper entries, right? Yeah, but sometimes they don't work. But the good part about us is that we don't try and hide the losses. Fortunately or unfortunately, we don't hide the losses. Losses are part of the game. You're going to lose. You're going to lose, right? So this was a beautiful setup right here. The QML change of character right there, nice drop to downside. We had a nice level of liquidity right here. Equal highs being taken out, and after they were taken out, unfortunately we saw the market going to the upside, taking us out. After that, the market dropped in our direction. Okay, let's see how it looked here. This was taken on the, I think, 15 minutes time frame. Yeah. So it was bad. Imagine being taken out and the market goes in your direction. So let's say second time we're being taken out actually. So imagine the market goes 8 hours after taking us out. Of course, the stop loss was supposed to be bigger, meaning we're supposed to have doubled our stop loss right here, because our stop loss, initial stop loss was about 7 pips. Therefore, we were supposed to have doubled our stop loss. Again, this is another one. Our stop loss was tight. Our stop loss was tight. That's the reason why we took it out. Otherwise, we were correct with the direction, and the market ended up going about 6 hours in a direction. Unfortunately, we were taken out. Otherwise, this was not supposed to be a loss. Loss taken, lesson learned, and we move on. All right. So everything was okay. It's just the stop loss placement right here, which caused this one to actually become a loser. And I've actually seen about 3 or 4 trades like that. I guess we have to really make some changes right there. Okay. Another thing was NZDUSD, a beautiful trade. Beautiful trade. NZDUSD. It was an amazing trade. Really amazing trade. Okay. So this was the trade right here. The first trade we took was this one right here. Let me just show you the before right here. All these trades I'm showing you guys, these are trades that we took, and these trades are shared with our private community. This was a trade right here, a beautiful trade. So let me just show you right here. We had a nice QML on the lower time frame, and then level of liquidity right there were taken out, and then the market responded to that level or to that order block right there with a nice momentum, and then the market started to drop. And guess what? Our stop loss was 6 pips and our target was like 100 pips. And guess what? The market dropped 15 hour. All right, 15 hour in our direction. It was a beautiful trade. It was an amazing trade. Really an amazing trade. So if you let's look at the higher time frame and see what was happening. Like I always tell you guys, trade with the direction of the trend. So if you see here, the market was in a major downtrend. Okay, what happened? What made me take this particular trade? Look, we had a nice rally base drop supply zone. Okay, after that, what happened? The market came back to my level, and once the market comes back to my level, I just wait for the confirmation. Once I have that, then I pull the trigger. Beautiful trade right there, and a nice drop to the downside, giving us about 1 to 15 risk to reward ratio. Amazing trade. Amazing trade. Find the trend, look for supply or demand zone in the direction of the trend. That's all. That's all. And we enjoyed this trade with a nice 1 to 15 risk to reward ratio, and just like that. Okay, that's how this trade was. Okay, and then the reason why you're able to see able to see about 13 hours right there, it was because we took another buy, this one right here, this buy here, and this is another sell, sorry, not a buy. So I was looking to actually continue the sell here, but unfortunately we taken out. Let me just show you. So I saw the market going to the upside and then pulling back here with big momentum candles. Therefore, I was looking for price to return to this level so that we can actually sell again. The market did return, and however, I was taken out. I was taken out on this particular trade. Again, the stop loss was just going to be too high. Okay, so we just accept the loss, and guess what? The market ended up going exactly to where the TP was, right? Almost there. And this was like 1 to 17 risk to reward ratio. It's going to be a very beautiful trade. Would have gotten about 1 to 15 risk to reward ratio. But guess what? We were taken out. Part of the game, guys. Part of the game. Let me show you that the trade was sent. Yeah, this was right here. A beautiful trade. However, we're taken out. No, not this one. Where is that one? Where's the NZDUSD card? The other sell trade. Where is that? It was a beautiful trade. It didn't just work. This one, right? A nice order block right there. Everything was made. We had a nice compression to the downside. The market dropped a little bit and then went against us, took us out, and eventually went in our direction. It's part of the game. Accept the losses. Accept the losses. That's the only way you're going to last in this game. All right. And then the next trade was so this was that's the reason why we are at this level right there. Then we had CADJPY, GBPCAD, sorry. So this one gave us about for 13 risk to reward ratio. Nice move right there. And we had the card GBPCAD, which was a loss. Let me just show you GBPCAD, GBPCAD right here. Yeah. So again, I guess we're trying to fight a train right here. So here we're supposed to have been looking for sells, but unfortunately we found this nice looking buy. It was a really nice one. When we saw this is a drop based rally. We had a nice level and change of character by the break of this higher low right there. Market pushed the upside and broke another higher low right there. This gave me confidence that the market was probably going to reverse. Started coming to our level with a nice rejection right there. The market pushed the upside, and then later on it came and took us out at this level. Part of the game, nothing to worry about. Right? We take the losses, take it like a man, take it like a man, right? Take it the chin. Part of the game, we lost 40 pips, and this was a nice one to 10 reach to ratio. However, it didn't work. It met our criteria. However, the trade didn't just work. And CADJPY was also sent to our community. All the trades I'm showing you guys, these are trades that we took. And as long as you took these trades, you are supposed to have made a lot of money last week. A lot of money. Check. Nice level right there. We had a nice confirmation right there. Market pushed it to the upside. But again, it still didn't work. Imagine the market actually gave us that nice confirmation and moved to the upside, and then it still didn't work. So, like I always say, you will never know which trade is going to win. No matter how much confidence you are in your setup, no matter how much confidence you might have, there's just no way to know if the trade is going to work. Therefore, you're supposed to think in probabilities. Think in series of trades, not on a trade by trade basis. Because on a trade by trade basis, I don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea what's going to happen. But tell me, if I take a series of trades, I can almost guarantee that I'm going to be profitable. Why? Because I've got a good risk to reward ratio. I'm going to make money regardless. That's how confident I am in my strategy. That's how confident you're supposed to be in your own strategy. All right. So now the next trade after that was the Euro AUD, another loss. Euro AUD, we had a loss. We followed after this. We followed by a lot of losses. Euro AUD. This one was a total failure. Let me just show you. Again, just like I was telling you, it's always important to trade in the direction of the trend. So I was looking at this level right there. The market was in an uptrend. This was like since April. The market has been in an uptrend since April. And then I looked to take advantage of this. And guess what happened? I had a nice level right there. I had a nice level right there. It's a drop based rally, right? Drop based rally, and I was looking to continue with the trend. However, the market didn't just comply. It did what it had to do. So this was my order block right there. Then I had a nice 3D drive, which works most of the time, by the way. And then guess what? The market even tried to go in my direction a little bit right there. And guess what? The market still took me out. That's a good part about it. You know, once I'm taken out, I get out unless I have confirmation to re-enter again. Otherwise, here market pushed it outside. After some minutes, the market dropped and everything else. So you get out early. You are wrong early, and you get out of the market. Imagine you didn't have a stop loss there. Imagine you moved your stop loss. You'd have been moving your stop loss up to this level. You'd have lost much more, waste much more. So Euro AUD as well was sent to our community right here. You see, the market actually responded nicely with a nice confirmation right there. However, the market was just continuing with its trend. It happened and it was just 26 pips and we lost. No fuss. Losing is part of the game. Then we took this trade 3 times and 3 times we lost. Euro NZD. This one was a bad one. It was a bad one. Euro NZD. What happened? What happened? So just like I was telling you guys, look, trend in the direction of the trend. Sometimes it will work, sometimes it won't. Right? We took the first trade. Let me show you. The first trade was Euro NZD. Yeah, right here. So the first trade was here, about 22 pips. Nice confirmation right there. Then what happened? The market went to the downside. You see? The market went to the downside. I send the signal after seeing this momentum came to the upside. Guess what happened? The market drops again. Okay? Then the market, after taking us out, it goes to the upside. I take the trade for the second time. Guess what happens? It goes to the downside again. That's the reason why you're able to see the 3R negative right there. It's because we took this trade 3 times. However, it didn't just work out. End of story. It met my criteria. It didn't just work. We had a nice confirmation right there, nice order block right there, nice inefficiency candle right there. Change of character market gave us a nice level of support, and then the market broke out with nice momentum. Confirmation to go to the upside. It didn't work out. The market went to the downside. It happens. It happens. Take the trade, whether a win or a loss, repeat. See your setup, take the trade. Regardless of the previous outcome of the trade, take next trade. That's how you're supposed to trade. Okay. After that, we had a beautiful winning trade on GBPJPY. This was the trade of the week. GBPJPY, an absolutely amazing trade. An amazing trade. This was an amazing trade. However, I think I deleted it, but I think the details is everything is all here. This was a trade right there. So if you look at this, the market beautifully responded to this order block right there. Let me just show you the original setup. It was an amazing trade, guys. This was an amazing trade, right? What is that trade? GBPJPY. Yeah, here. You see, we had a nice order block right there. Then we had a nice 3D drive right there. And after that, we had a drop, and then the market came to our level and then dropped beautifully. This was like a 350 pips take profit and the 20 pips stop loss. And guess what? The market went all the way, giving us about 16R on this trade. Yeah, about 16R. Exactly, hit the target and started to go to the upside. Wow. Because our target was this right there. The market beautifully responded accordingly and it went in our direction. So what made me take this particular trade? If you look here, so if we zoom out, what really took my attention was this level right there. So we had this mini trend to the downside right there. I saw a nice momentum candle right there. This momentum candle, this is an efficiency candle. It's what we call the fair value gap. There's a fair value gap here, and the market needed to fill that gap. And guess what? The market literally came to that level, rejected, and then afterwards we had a beautiful move to the downside, which ended up going over 400 pips. But however we move, we just got our 350 pips, and the market dropped beautifully. That was a beautiful trade, ladies and gentlemen. It was a beautiful trade. And guess what? It was sent to a private community, and people enjoyed, right? You can see the entries right there of guys that took the trade right here. We had beautiful entries. People didn't play. Look at the entries. The entries were sick. Look at this. Look at the entries. Look at the entries. Look. Look at the entries. These were screenshots from our students in our mentorship and also with our signals community. Look, the entries were sick. Amazing, amazing, amazing entries. And this was the trade of the week. Check. People really enjoyed in this particular trade. People enjoy. Look at that. It was an amazing trade. It was an amazing trade. Yeah. And I didn't do anything special. I simply stuck to my rules. I just had to stick to my rules, and the trade presented itself and I took advantage. Nothing more. All right. That's the power of consistency. Take the next trade regardless of the results from the previous trade. Just imagine if I what happened if I didn't take the next trade. After taking these three losses, if I said, okay, no, I'm just going to be like get upset and do all that, right? Guess what? And I missed out on the beautiful entries. So regardless of the outcome of the previous trade, take the next trade. Take the next trade. Okay. The next trade was a USD card, a 6-hour trade. Let's look at that. USD card. Right there. Where you? Yeah. Another beautiful, beautiful trade. All right. It's still going to the downside. Check that out. So this was a great trade. Look at that. So this ended up like going up to 6 and about 110 pips in our direction. Again, it was a 3D drive. Nice candle right there. So let's go to let's zoom out. I show you what actually made me take this particular trade. Yeah. So if you look here, you realize that the market gave us a nice trend to the upside, then drop. This is the rather best drop, and then we had a nice 3D drive at this level right there. After that, I looked for my order block here. Okay, once I found my order block, what do? I simply wait for price to come to my level. That's all. I think it was on the 5 minutes time frame. I simply wait for price to come to my level, and once that happens, I just take the trade as long as the market gives me an opportunity to do that. So you can see the order block was right there. This was my level right there. 1 and 5 minutes time frame. Then just wait for price to come. Once price came to my level, I wait for my confirmation. This was a confirmed entry where we have a drop, then price pulls it upside and then drops again. This was a beautiful, beautiful trade. And we shared this trade with our private community. All trades that I send, all the trades that I actually send you guys, these are the trades that we take. These are the trades that we share in our private community. And just like that, that's how it is. That's how it is. It was a good week, though the previous week before this week was an amazing, amazing week. But this was also a good week. Okay, it was a good week. Yeah, this was the USD card. You can see we waited for the price to come to our level. Once price came there, we saw this level right there, and then the market ended up dropping beautifully. This was the before, and you can see the market being dropped right there. Absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing. So I hope you actually understand that it's never about the win rate. Then the other trade